Hello, Absolute Voice supervisors. Let's go over reports. We have a couple kind of reports to go over here. So first, log into your supervisor portal, and then over here we'll see reports. We have two kinds of reports. We have reports that we'll generate and look at on the fly, and then we have reports that are email reports that can be emailed to you or others on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Let's start with our regular reporting here. We have different types of reports, and you get to them by clicking on the tab. And then from here, you'll have options inside of each tab. Let's go back to our Q stats. So our Q stats are based on the call queues. And what you want to see, you will highlight over here. So you'll see the colors here. So if I want to see stats for a particular queue, I will add in that queue. And you'll see the color associated with that queue comes up there. You select your date and your time. And the stats will show here. And the stats that we're going to see also are here. So we have call volume, calls handled, calls offered, voicemail, and average talk time. You can set this up depending on the items that are important to you. So here in the table settings are where you'll select the items that you want to see here below. So if I wanted to see how many calls were forwarded, I could do that, the abandon rate, whatever you want to see. And then you'll see that it added those stats down here. And then, of course, for the groups that I want to see on my graph, I need to go back in and select the ones that I want to see. Right? And then you can go ahead and look at your graph this way as well. The next tab is agent stats. This is going to be the information about the agents. Same thing here, we have our date and time that we want this to look for, departments, and queues. If you only wanted to look for the stats for one queue, you would select that queue here, and then you would select the agents within that queue down here. You see that the colors represent the agents. So if you didn't want to see information for somebody here, we would just turn that one off. Table settings, just like before, you're going to select what you do want to see and do not want to see, whatever's important to you. And then when you have the report here, you can print it or you can download it. Agent availability. This is going to be the amount of time your agents were available to take calls. Again, date and time. You can select the day when hours that your company is actually open and they're supposed to be taking calls. And you can see that here. Now it's going to give me different stats here, and I can click and see the amount of time that that agent is logged in. Same thing down here, just like the other screens, we do have table settings, so you can go ahead and select what you would like to see for the agents. Print it, download it. Dialed number stats. This is the statistics per phone number. For a lot of times people use it for campaigns. If you have maybe a number that you've published somewhere and you want to see how many people are dialing that particular number, this is the chart that you would want to go to for that. Again, you can put in your dates and times and you can select which queue. I've selected all queues. These are the phone numbers that I've selected. You can remove them if you'd like. And then again, we have our table settings, so you can decide what statistics you want to see here. You'll have your print and download. And then abandoned calls. Again, your date and time. Select the queue. And if you had any abandoned calls, callers that hung up before they were answered in the queue, they would show up here and you would see the phone number for the abandoned call. This is good because you can go back and call those callers back and see if there's something you can do to assist them. So that's all the regular call center reports. From here, you can click on email reports, or we can go back to our call center, our drop down here, email reports. Now, this is what you would set up so that you could receive reports on a monthly, weekly, daily. You would select the type of report that you want to see. And then based on that, when you go to the Advanced tab, you have other options here. After you've selected the items that you want to see in your report, you'll click Save, and it will send that to your email based on the criteria you have here. So I'm saying daily at 12 o'clock to send that to me. If I wanted to send this to additional people, I could just go ahead and put in their email addresses here. Then when I click Save, they'll be included in that email that goes to me every day at 12 o'clock. And that is how you set up and view reports.